What's up, baby? What's up, baby? What's up, baby? I don't even know what to say. Oh, yeah. I don't even know what to say. Look, okay, look, okay, look. I'm gonna be honest. I'm so nervous. It feels like it feels like the first time, like the first time you like wanted to hold your crush's hand and whatnot. Like it feels like that. So, by the way, I get like when I'm nervous, my hands get real clammy. So, like, it's like touching a kid that just swiped their hands across a water slide or whatnot. So, yeah, that sounds crazy. That sounds gross. Imagine if like that was to happen. Like you start flicking, like making noises with your hands, and it's just made fucking sound like your hands sound like two pieces of bologna slapping each other. Well, enough about talking about baloney slapping. What's popping, everybody? I didn't forgot like my whole spiel, but it's me, Dylan Freddy, aka Cuddle Sauce, back like I never left, baby. Um, yeah, welcome back. This is amazing. We have been gone for 17 months. This is the first episode since I think February 22nd of 2022, something like that. Yeah, it's been a minute, but welcome back to the Sauce Talks. It feels great. Obviously, we got a new face here, so I'm gonna be getting into that pretty soon. But we're just gonna reintroduce ourselves. Of course, you already know who I be. You know who I am. Yeah, a lot has changed, but we're gonna get into that in just a few moments and stuff. Next, I'm gonna pass it off to Ray, cause Ray, you've been here. So, like, what's up? Tell him what it is.
Been here all along. No, I haven't been in it anyway. Like that literally. Like Dylan, I've been here since the beginning. Hello. Life is tiring.
No fact.
But we back.
Life is lifing at this point.
Life the mess. With Halsey.
Yeah, rest in peace, Juice WRLD. One of the goats. Okay, and then finally we have a new face. If you haven't been on the social medias and whatnot, or you live on the fucking rock, we have a new face here at the show. This is I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, not me. Like you do your thing. You independent. Go crazy. Take the stage. Okay.
Well, what's good? This is Erica coming to you live from Houston. I was recently a viewer, so it's very exciting now to be a co-host. I'm super excited because I've been asked to be on the show for quite some time, and
She has.
I'm here.
She definitely
So I'm
has.
super excited, and I hope that I give you guys some laughs. Take a little break from adulting, ghetto as fuck.
Yeah,
So
it
let's see.
it really is ghetto, y'all. It's unbelievably ghetto. Yeah, with inflation, it's fucking hot down here and whatnot. Shit, gas is crazy and whatnot, and like people are not wearing deodorant in this type of climate. Like y'all out here big musty. Please take care of it. Like between all of that, life is ghetto. It is absolutely ghetto. So yeah.
Look at it this way. At least with the gas prices, we're not in LA. I have two friends that live there.
Oh yeah.
They both say it
Yeah.
sucks.
Oh yeah, I bet it
Yeah, I
does.
used to
Oh
Southern
my.
heat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I went to so funny story during this big hiatus and whatnot. I did have to travel to I think it's like it was like 2 hours outside of like Vegas, like in California. I think it's like Conroe or something. I don't remember. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, gas was 6.56 at the time, and like I ain't never felt so broke in my life. Okay, like I was just like I put 5 gallons of gas and I prayed that like I would get back home. I was just like like do your thing. so
Real.
so yeah. More of the story. Don't go to California. Like it's super
Hot as
fuck.
fuck.
Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, it's high as fuck.
Y'all
No.
did.
Yeah. Don't do any of it. Like California, I'm convinced is the only place on the planet where you can have $1 million and you can still feel broke. So imagine actually being broke in California. Like
People do it.
I don't either. Shoot,
Students
yeah.
speaking from experience.
Wow, how did you do it? How'd you do it? Like you said several?
School.
You said several. Like more than three?
Yeah, the girl was working 3, still having a social life when I could, and a full time student, not for a week. Okay. So if you're not disciplined. Yeah, and you can't really like juggle a couple things. I don't recommend it. But those gas prices are true. I left in like 2019, but before I left, it was like about like $5 or $6 a gallon. And that's the type where like I'm gonna stay my ass home. Whoever's riding in the car has to throw the tank. I'm sorry. If you know, you
Ooh.
know.
Ooh. Ooh. Wait, okay.
For real.
So I'm a hit us with some sad news. I did a goof. Okay, I did a goof. Like we're good now, and but like I forgot to like unmute my mixer from last night because last night I was doing a test and whatnot. So like I heard everything you guys said. So Erica, reintroduce. Reintroduce yourself. My bad. I'm putting you on the top of.
Are you serious?
I'm so sorry. Like, okay, because Deja's listening and she's like, I can't hear them. Which, by the way, Deja, why'd you take you so long?
Deja, can you hear me now? Can you hear me
No,
now?
I think I can't. Like, I think we're all good and whatnot. But yeah, no, we can move on. Yeah, I'm blaming Deja on this. Sorry, Deja. So
It's okay. It's a little scuff is okay after.
yeah,
like
a little you know, we have a little rust. It's been almost 18 months. Like
We're only human.
as y'all can tell, like from our last airing to now, like my hair has tripled in length and whatnot. So like there's that. You see the side part, like I look like
You see the
damn.
new growth.
You see the new growth, baby. You see it. You see it.
side.
You
To the
see
side.
it. You see it. So
Oh my God.
but yeah, I guess we're gonna start into it. I mean, we're gonna get to know Erica a little, you know, definitely more in the second half of the show for sure. You know, we got to know some things about. I got one big question I always ask everybody and whatnot. If the answer is yes, then I'm going to look for another host and whatnot. But we gotta give you a quick you know, TLDR about like everything, why we took off, what's happened in that time, and you know, just a bunch of stuff. So as you all know, like we did the last airing of the show was mid-February of 2022. So, you know, like I said, 17 months at this point, almost 18. And one of the big reasons was at the time, you know, we were all like going through like a mental stint. I don't know what was going on in the universe, and I'm not like some crystals nigga and whatnot. I don't have rocks laying around and Himalayan salt lamps and shit. But like
ain't no JO crystals in there.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not rubbing amethyst all across my neck and whatnot like every night. But yeah, so at the time, like yeah, like for me at least, there was death in the family, really kind of rocked me and Deja and whatnot. So like that was a big thing. You know, I also was having like major roommate issues, like absolutely major. You know, which that could be a topic of discussion like later on in the future. But you know, we'll say because it's kind of special. So I was dealing with that, and then you know, I don't know if y'all know and stuff. Like I didn't really like disclose it, but I now have a second breadcrumb. Okay, so I have a son now alongside with my daughter. Son name is Angelo. My door is closed because he's currently making a ruckus out there. But you know, it's been a blessing. We found out in April that we was gonna have our second child and whatnot. It definitely like changed a lot of perspective and stuff. I finally gave my daughter a sibling and whatnot, and now she's being dubbed the babysitter. So I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So it was definitely like during this period, I'd say that one of the big things that really like kept us like pushing it back and back and back, because it wasn't supposed to be as long as it should have been. It was actually supposed to be like a 2 week period, okay? But with everything that was going on top of like work, being exhausted where I was at previously, and the whole roommate situation, now my wife is pregnant and stuff, it definitely like changed like just like my mental state. It was just not in a good place. For me, ended up moving to like back to Louisiana. We moved back to Louisiana late September, early October, and I wasn't really like settled. And when I was here, but like, you know, when I got back, I didn't expect to be like out of work for like pretty much a month. Like I had a job. It's just onboarding took like really long because of where I started. So, you know, that took a while. My wife was getting bigger by the day and stuff because Angelo was a heavy ass baby. Like he came out, I think he was like close to 9 pounds or whatnot. Like that he was a baby football player and he came out with a credit score of 740. So like he definitely was getting up there. But so dealing with that, you know, Deja's my father-in-law had a medical issue and whatnot. So like that caused me to move from New Orleans back to Lafayette. So, and you know, just trying to get settled. I was wanting to wait until Angelo got older enough to kind of revitalize the show. So, I would say in this entire period, like since we've been gone, I've probably pushed back this show at least 30 times, okay? From when it started, like I was like, man, 2 weeks, you know, we'll be back, we'll shake back, we're gonna round out the season. I think the last episode we had was with Lance, which, you know, shout out to Lance, incredible guy, he's gonna be back for sure. But it was definitely like, it was so exhausting that like I didn't want to come back and have kind of like this look of like not caring, not giving like my 100%. Because if you've been a long time viewer of the show, you know, like we here for the laughs, we here for the, you know, the shits and giggles, the conversations, the awkward moments, the potential bannable offenses, like when I showed my feet, you know, shit like that. So having all of this stuff wear on me at the time, and you know, it just made things a lot more difficult for me to return back to the show, you know. On top of that, and this is more or less speaking on someone else's behalf, Megan was, you know, definitely wanting to do a personal thing with her film and her own branding and stuff, which is, you know, pretty much why she left. She definitely, like, you know, if you go on the page, she still has her reason why, like, up there, you know. But I just wanted to kind of take the time right now to, you know, thank her for being a part of this process, because honestly, we actually wouldn't be here unless it's because of her, because we actually sat down and watched the movie Cuties and had a 3 or 4 hour discussion about this movie and how revolting it was. And the idea kind of came up that we should actually like start this project. The Sauce Talks was 5-6 months in the making, you know, before we aired December 13th of 2021, I want to say. So with all of that, you know, she is definitely like one of the few pillars of this show, like from getting started. So for everything that she has done for us, for the team, you know, and like all the things she has contributed to, I would like to extend my warmest thanks to her. I truly appreciate everything that she has done up to this point, and she's actually going to be like a guest at some point too. We have discussed that before, but it was never because of any maliciousness or anything like that. It's just she wanted to work on a personal brand and focus on a personal life and stuff like that. So I appreciate everything that she has done. If she is watching right now, thank you for everything, Megan. And like I said, the creation of the Sauce Talks, the survival of the show, is pretty much all thanks to you. So I truly appreciate it. And from the bottom of my heart, if you ever need anything, like, reach out to us. I can't wait to have you back. And I'm actually grateful that now we're passing the choice to Erica now, because I think she's just gonna fit right in, like a bug under a rug. So I'm super excited about this and whatnot. So yeah. I don't know. That's about everything. That's everything that I could touch on. So I mean, Ray, you want to fill in? You want to, you got anything to say? Want to tell me?
I mean, my issue, like, I did not have nearly as complicated the issues as Dylan, because I have no child and no, I have a partner. He's watching right now, but he's also a he, so I can't get him pregnant.
Oh my god!
I mean, I can't. And I'm not
his partner is a seahorse.
Because I accidentally brought this tangent up. Mpreg is weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Good, we agree on that. But
we agree on something.
it happens now and again. But yeah, no, like, in the time I've just been busy, just kind of working on shit myself, mostly with me and my emotions, and fucking I found out that I most likely am clinically depressed, so I'm waiting to hear back from a psychiatric person that they said they were gonna have hit me up and go from there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know this is gonna sound like a weird tangent and whatnot, but like, it's kind of wild. Like, nowadays, we actually like kind of like we think that like mental health issues is like a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about it really like nonchalant, and I kind of want to get into detail about that in the future. But I've always been someone that's like, hey, if you're going through something, like, reach out, use your resources, whether it's through your company or your health benefits, stuff like that, because mental health is a very, very much serious
Slippery
thing,
slope.
especially now in our era and stuff, at our ages. Shit, I'm a year and a half from hitting 30, and like, every time I talk about it, my back like hurts a little bit more. I'm like, oh shit. But
Every time I'm in a Discord call, I
just
frequently just stand up and I go, oh, my spine.
Yeah, you see, like, it's like, I already feel like I'm saving up for my 401k. I'm starting to think about like real adult shit, like, what about my Roth IRA? How
Exactly.
I'm trying to, I've been thinking about purchasing a house, within the next 2 or 3 years. And all I can think about is, man, I wonder what my interest rate is gonna be,
That's
So
fair.
like, yeah, it's like weird. Like, I don't even think like a young adult anymore. I feel like an old man and stuff. I feel like I'm gonna start taking one-a-day vitamins and start enjoying commercials like about like food. I mean, like, medication products and stuff where they talk about all the symptoms, but niggas be like jump roping and shit. But like, you know, side effects may include death, gout, hepatitis C, and then you just see like a man like double dutching and shit. You know, so I'm not gonna get to that point, but
Kids playing hopscotch.
right. Like, why you fucking 66 with Alzheimer's and you playing hopscotch for this Alzheimer's
here? They don't know what
commercial?
Alzheimer's is.
Yeah, like this is fucking weird. But needless to say, you know, it's kind of like in this long in this long break, I would say, that's something that I actually frequently talked about, like, you know, because I really caught myself like talking about my depression as if it was normal conversation. Like if you actually been around me, especially in those months, you would know that I actually would bring him up almost every single sentence. It'd be like, oh, you know, you just kill me now. And like just kind of laugh it off. And like, you know, I didn't realize just how like detrimental that can be, you know.
Yeah.
Because like the thing about when you're going through something, when you're going through like a mental health crisis or situation, whatever you want to call it, a lot of the times is that you don't realize you're going through it until you hit a certain point that like breaks you, you know. And
Yeah.
I was at that point like twice. So when both times I actually was at this, it was all because like I felt like I kept pushing the show off, like, you know, I kept pushing it off so much that I thought it was never gonna come back. You know, there have been plenty of times where I considered our last episode in February to probably be the last episode ever. So it was very, very, very like, it was like a very clouded environment for me in regards to how I wanted to move forward with this show, you know. So I knew that I wanted to get back into it, but the how was just missing. And when I sat down and like I spoke to people, I like, you know, talked to my friends of mine and shit. I cried to like so many people about a lot of things, and it was the show included because it had become like a staple of my life, you know. Well, at one point we was doing it on Sundays, and we were doing it 8 o'clock on the goddamn West Coast and shit. It was 10 o'clock for people here, and then we ended up changing that to Tuesdays because of work, and then I changed it back to Sundays. So like I was like making like changes on the fly, you know, due to like my work and, you know, my working environment and things like that. But after I had left, I would say maybe like the second month that we were off air, I remember saying, like, telling myself, "Oh, we're gonna be back in June. We're gonna come back in June. We're gonna come back with a bang. It's gonna be funny," and didn't. Like, I just was like, I can't do this now. You know, I like, and then July came. I was like, all right, we're gonna do it in July. Let's like, we got this. Same thing. I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? So it literally became I can't do this until March when I sat down in front of my boss of my current job, and he was like, what is something that you want to achieve like this month? And I was like, like can it be like personal, or like what do you specifically asking, you know? And he was like, it could definitely be like anything personal. It does not matter. And I was like, man, I want to get my podcast started back up, you know. It's been so long. And March turned to April and stuff, and then April turned to May. I remember in May I said the same thing, but like I was a lot more frustrated about it. I was like, oh no, I gotta get this off the fucking ground, you know. Not only that, but I also have like a sneaker page that I run with some lovely folks and stuff. One of them being Lance, so shout out to Lance. That was booming, okay, and like I just couldn't do it because like it similar mindset of why like I ended the show. It's just my mental health was just so shit at that time that I couldn't focus on it, you know. So, you know, I sat down and got like a lot of like the help that I needed, a lot of resources and stuff. But I've come to realize that, like, you know, sometimes like you could really like speak it into existence, like actually discussing like how I'm feeling, like, but passing it off as a joke was like one of the big reasons why I was feeling the way I feel on a regular basis. So it definitely after I understood that, it definitely changed my perspective about things. Now, are we going anywhere? Like, are we going away anytime soon? Fuck no. Like, y'all gonna see me, well, like, guaranteed for like that, for like that. We're gonna start off with baby steps. So like the rest of the year, okay? But y'all gonna see me for sure. We gonna be back at this thing and stuff. I got plenty to talk about. Damn, I've missed so much. There's so many things that I wanted to talk about in this process. You know, first of all, we was on Kanye West's ass, and then like as soon as we left, he just imploded and whatnot. Secondly, you know, like everything with politics, you know, with the music industry, with the footwear, and there was just so much that was going on at this time, and we were just like missing in action. We was like fucking the bat signal flying in the sky and shit, but Batman not standing there. That was literally us. So coming back into it now, like, man, I'm just ready to like get back into it. I'm just ready. I have so much to talk about. Like, I'm smarter, I'm wiser, I'm like, you know, I'm better looking, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see the cheekbones and shit. Look, you see it, you see the hair, you see the part. Okay, so like it's just so good to be back and doing what I love, you know what I'm saying? You know, doing it with, you know, people that like have been absolutely great, doing it for you guys. It has been absolutely wonderful. Y'all guys have been rocking with us since day one. It's so amazing to even have you guys here. Like, I was so nervous today. Like, I'm like, man, we'll probably get like one person that comes in, and it's probably my dog. So I was just kind of like, oh fuck, you know. But it's great to be back. And then, like I said, like, you know, having Erica here. Erica have like literally pestered me about being on this show for months. I'm telling you, she was just like when she first found out that I actually had this show and she was tuning in, like she was. When you gonna be? I got stuff I want to talk about. When you gonna? Ow! When you gonna have me on the sauce talks? Ow! Okay, like when? And now she's here. Now and I'm telling you, you start acting shy. If you start acting shy, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy.
Not shy.
Right?
Do I talk like that?
I mean, I don't know. You said you was a Valley girl, okay?
No, I have a Valley girl accent.
Yeah, there you go. You see, it's right there. It's right there. She said, "Yeah, I had a Valley girl."
Well, I can't change how I talk. The only time it changes is when I'm mad. Other than that, you're gonna hear the Valley girl.
You don't say like tipping on fofos and shit like that. Like,
what the fuck?
You in Houston now. Like, you haven't got the Southern dialect yet? Yeah.
No,
shoot, 25 lighters in my dresser. Yes, sir. I'm trying to get paid.
What?
You know, I'm just throwing shit out there.
What the fuck?
Okay. Shoot. Who is Mike Jones coming? No, that's like, you know, I'm surprised. How long have you been in Houston?
This month actually makes it a year. I moved, when was it? I left Nike, I remember the day and everything, August 7th, and then I was in Vegas for like another week, and I ended up coming out here like around the 15th of August.
So like,
it's so basically like,
here. Yeah, you like, yeah, it's pretty much like the year. So how has it like treat you? Like, how has it been as far as like changing? Because Vegas and Houston is like
totally different.
You know, that's like going from fucking a Yankees game to like a Padres game. Like, the shit is just totally different. So like, what do you think? What would you say is like the biggest thing that was a culture shock to you? Was it seeing niggas with Caprices and box Chevys? Like, was it that? that can shock a lot of people, okay? I'm trying to be one of those people. I'm trying to be tipping on fofos and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I want the box Chevy with the candy paint purple. You know,
Candy paint
yeah,
dripping.
candy paint with the wood grain sipping and whatnot. Like I want that. Okay. But what would you say would be like the biggest culture shock for you, like coming to the South?
Um, Honestly, like I grew up on the West Coast, but like,
Mhm.
I was born in Cali, and Cali's like a melting pot. So you have like every race there. Vegas is a melting pot. You have every race there. So it was very different. Like when I came here, like I visited a couple months before I ended up moving here. And it was just such a culture shock, but like in a positive way, because it's like for once, it's like I'm not the only black person in the room. Like it's nice to be around like your own people, not have to like, have that filter on.
No, yeah, I know.
Um,
Shit.
yeah, so very very nice that, and like the Southern hospitality is real. Like I don't know, and on the West Coast, we're more like we keep to ourselves. You might know some neighbors, but like we just
Y'all
like keep
niggas
to
ain't got
ourselves
no
because
manners. Fuck that.
I really don't. And in that sense, I really don't, and I'm really sorry.
Like niggas in
But
the West Coast don't
you
have
just
any
keep to
manners. Like,
yourself
and it's
because a lot
I'm
of
so
people are
sorry
weird though.
if you from the West Coast. I'm sorry, but like I'm telling you, like you tell a motherfucker like we're walking in building, us and like being from Louisiana, we'd be like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Yada yada
Yeah,
yada.
no, bitch,
Niggas
I
in the
don't know
West Coast,
you.
you tell them hi, and you swear to God, like they act like you about to rip they soul out. Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. People are like weirdos, especially like me being a woman. Like it's just always like I feel like weird, strange men or just people I'm not really trying to get to know, rub me the wrong way, fucked up
Like on the
vibes,
West
bad
Coast or
vibes.
or
So
down there.
men.
Yeah, so I always keep to myself anyway. Like I'm a big vibe person. So like if we vibe, like, if I get a good feeling, then okay. If I get a bad feeling, like like
Yeah, you just like,
or it
oh
throws me
nah.
off. So like actually it was really funny. I met some of my neighbors last week, because I have my little green thumb, y'all. I've been trying to
Oh, you're a gardener?
yeah,
Hey,
I've been
don't
trying to
hey.
my grass is dying from this Houston heat. So I've
Oh,
been trying to
so
like
you
Okay.
Felicia from
revamp it.
Friday? No kidding.
Huh?
Oh, you Felicia from Friday? No kidding.
Basically, I gotta get my land. What is that? Land. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart.
I don't know.
Land.
I don't really have the green thumb. I'm trying to like
Uh,
learn right now.
whatever it's called when you rent. And the person that owns the house. Them.
Oh, landlord.
Yeah. Thank you.
Damn, nigga, you
Sorry.
can't think about that.
I know. I know. I just had a blonde moment. She's already getting honest about the grass, so I was like, I need to,
Isn't that
do something about this.
isn't that
You
like
said what?
isn't that like they're out? Wait, she get on you about the grass like being dead or
No,
not
them
being cut?
they take it very serious out here in Texas. Like I don't know how it is wherever else, but like in Vegas, like it's too fucking hot for anything to grow, so everything dies. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like my
just
first
rocks
time
out
having
there.
a lawn.
Niggas playing
So
flag football on fucking the
okay.
pavement, pretty much.
Yeah, but like they take it very serious here, like so serious to the point where like niggas will do drive-bys, not just like her, but it'll be let's call it the HOA. Like if your grass
Oh
isn't
God.
cut to like a certain amount of inches, if I left like let's say like the garbage cans out for a little too long,
The
fine. Like
piranhas.
That's
they look
fucking
for
weird.
any
I
and
hate
everything
HOA.
to find you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
HOAs are literally just
Yeah,
piranhas. That's
yeah.
really all they are.
HOAs are just gangs.
really.
HOAs
Yeah.
are gangs. So like, if you wanna be gang affiliated without actually having a gang tag, join the
Join your
HOA.
HOA.
Like that's literally what it is. Like
They're so
that's
annoying.
I know. That's why like when I go like house hunting and whatnot,
Mhm.
like in the next few years and whatnot, if I'm gonna like just flat out tell my real estate agent, bro, if you send me to a place with a HOA, I'm decking you in the teeth. Like I will literally eat like you can eat two of these, okay? Because I want to be able to own a house and not have somebody be a watchdog. I want to
Yeah.
be my own personal watchdog.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like
not
they're all in your business.
right. I don't need fucking Sister Janet coming down the street, knocking on my fucking door, talking about your son can't be drawn on like he can't have the chalk on the sidewalk on the street. I will literally piss on her foot if like anybody come tell me some shit like that. If y'all haven't noticed, like, I really do hate HOA a lot. Like, I
Yeah,
swear.
honestly, never
Everyone does.
again. Never again.
They're just gang members. Like,
They really
and
are.
let it not be like an HOA of like a really like upscale spot that's owned by like white people. Okay.
Yeah,
Because
honestly, the area I live in is like very Caucasian. So
oh, it's very
yeah,
snowy around you. It's very like they got
it's giving
seasoning.
Desperate Housewives. If you know,
Oh
you know, it's
man,
in the show.
yeah.
It's giving Desperate Housewives.
I dead ass like I'd be doing shit to annoy him, but like where they couldn't like write me up. Like I would like when I see him walking out like coming down the street, I would just be like holding my trash bin like right there and whatnot. Be like,
You're the
are you
kid
about to
that
pull
kicks
in?
the
I don't
hornet's
know.
nest for no reason.
Yeah, that's weird. They really spinning the fucking block because you're not
No,
grabbing your
they
chick-
really do. So like I got tired of like her always being like, oh, well, this is wrong, that's wrong. It's like let me just try to get on top of it and like, you know, fix the grass because once it's dead, like you have to lay new grass,
Yeah.
rip up the old grass. I don't even want to attempt to look at how expensive it is. I just know it is. So I'm like, yeah, she's not taking this out of my deposit.
I would've-
So
I would have
I'm a
bought
little
turf
teased
for that hoe.
out.
You worried about grass? Bro, okay, look, I got a solution for you. Fresh turf. This shit don't die, okay? You can play in this turf all day. If you want to spin the block, come grab some of this turf, okay? I see you when I see you. Praise God, drink more water. Like, no, like,
Lord.
get away from me. That shit is just so weird, okay? HOA
It
is
makes you
gang
never want
members.
to rent. Yeah.
Them niggas are
I
Bloods
don't want
and
anything to
Crips.
do with them.
Like,
Never
I
again.
swear to God.
After this, I want to go back to an apartment. Like I'm good.
Shit.
I'm good.
Yeah, man. Look. I'm like very impartial about apartment life because like I've done it for so long. But like, man, I've never owned an apartment. Well, I mean, I did when I was in New Orleans, but outside of that, I never owned an apartment that was like on the second or third story. I always had like a bottom unit, you know. So
Mhm.
like, and then on top of that, like usually all the apartments that I stayed in, the people above me was super chill, except for the ones that I had in Vegas. Them heavy-footed motherfuckers. Oh my God, I hated them bitches. Y'all don't understand. They were like always stumping. It was like 8 of them. They were all badass kids, and they smelled like grease and shit. And
Oh
then
my
one
God.
day, their fucking like dishwasher like ended up flooding my sink, and then like they like turned it off, and then I had to like go upstairs and like knock on the door, and I'm like, hey, like, stop your dishwasher, it's flooding my apartment, like, you know, because it was, I guess it was a blockage like in the pipe, and it was causing it to come out my sink. So here I am fucking looking like something out there Aristocats with these goddamn pots and pans scooping up water out the sink, and it smells like turkey burgers and fucking armpits and shit at 2 in the fucking morning, mind you. So like after that, I was just like, I hope, like, I really do hope the worst for y'all. Like I hope one of y'all fall through the floor. Like, go ahead to the apartment complex. I know that sounds really aggressive, but like
It does.
and look, they used to be vacuuming at 1 o'clock in the morning. Why? Why are you running a fucking vacuum at 1 a.m.?
That's fucking wild.
What is there to vacuum? Nigga, you got 20, you got 16 hours a day. I was about to say 23, but I'm not trying to hear a vacuum at 12 a.m. No, your vacuuming hours is fucking 8 o'clock in the morning and 12 at night. You have a 16-hour spread. Bro, if I hear a vacuum at 1 o'clock, I'm telling you, I'm about to start tap dancing on the roof with brooms. I'm gonna make a Little Yachty beat with these fucking brooms, because that shit used to piss me off. I used to be like sitting out at my desk, and like, if y'all remember, like back in the past, like the way my setup was, like where I had all my poster boards and stuff, like I was pretty much in the living room. And I just remember, like, these motherfuckers used to, 1 o'clock, I'd be sitting down like, fucking playing a game or like listening to music and shit, and all I hear is, and I'm just like, fucking stop! Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, you get your badass kids to vacuum anytime. It's not at 1 o'clock. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to enjoy the little time that I have, because when I go to bed, I know that I'm waking up to be pissed off because I gotta go to work. I gotta go make money for bills I don't give a fuck about. Okay, and then I gotta come back from being stared at and touched on by fucking funky ass people and niggas that don't know they fucking shoe size, just to come home and have to put on my second job, which is to be a father and husband. Like, come on, cut me some slack. Okay, so more of the story is, if you live above me and you fucking start vacuuming at 1 a.m., I swear to God, I'm gonna shoot through your roof. I'm gonna egg your house. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do some real annoying shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put fart spray on your doorknob. Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna put one individual slipper on your doorstep full of milk.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm gonna shit in a bag and set it on fire. You know. So, dude,
That's
like,
old school.
I want to do
Put
something
on the
just
doorstep.
so inconvenient. Like, I just hate like people like that. What do you do? 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Okay, in the fucking morning. Shit. You have all day. And the crazy thing is, the chick that lived up there didn't work. You were all there. You were there all day. All day. You had 16 hours to do this. I done fucked up the monitor.
I saw that bitch come on.
No, that's, fuck, man. Damn. Shit. Oh, shit. We're at the halfway point and whatnot. So we're gonna be right back. When we come back, I'll do a quick spill the sauce and whatnot. Bring back, you know, a classic for you guys. I got it for this week and whatnot. I think I have an actual good one. So, and then we're gonna get to know Erica a little bit more. We got some questions for her, and I hope she has some answers.
Always.
So
Will be on
don't
the
touch
deck.
that down, because if you do, I'm gonna vacuum your roof at 1:30 in the morning. Okay, so you don't want that. I got a loud ass vacuum too. Your shingles gonna be gone.
You're big.
All right, 5 minutes. We'll be back. Okay. Sorry. I like I like had like that. I like had the weirdest fucking like it was a cough, but it like wasn't a cough. I was like trying to clear my throat.
Started
And
making
shit.
like goblin noises I've heard in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, something like that. Like it just sounded really weird. It sounded like one of those old men, like when they had trying to holler at like young females and whatnot, like the dudes that are
Oh,
like
cringe.
56. Like they're
The
like
ones that
really
always have smoker's lung.
yeah,
Hey,
they're like, what's up?
baby.
Yeah, they're like, what's up, little mama? Let me holler at you. Say, yeah, shit. Girl, you looking like a fine piece of fish, and I'm trying to fillet.
Oh my
No.
god.
Nah,
And it's on
imagine,
point. It's
imagine,
on
like,
point.
yeah, like, and they be doing like weird shit and whatnot. Like, you be at the gas
Not
station
for
and
real.
shit, like pumping gas and like if you make eye contact with them, it's over. Like, you know, you're
It's
so
over.
fucking so like.
They just lick their top. Like
For real.
they're those weird motherfuckers that'll just like look at you and then like lick their top 2 teeth very blatantly. Just like, what do you think that is?
They like you like look like you're pumping gas and you just so happen to like look down and then you look to the side and now you making eye contact like, yeah, my time to shine.
Talking about you come here often.
Yeah, you come here often, little mama. I can give you the
brown
world. Nigga, you can't even give me $5.
I'm a professional at having tunnel vision and ignoring niggas because he's staring dead at me. And tunnel vision, I don't see you, I don't hear you.
Man, yeah,
Don't talk
tunnel
to me.
vision. Like, I feel like tunnel vision is an actual gift. Like, you know,
For
when
real.
when it comes to shit,
Every
like
woman
that.
masters it, honestly.
I do it for like niggas that be like begging shit. Like the Salvation Army hates me, okay? Because like they'll be sitting in there. So you wanna?
Would you like to talk about our Lord and Savior
the fucking focus is unparalleled. Like, and then I love it when like they try to talk to me. They be like, "So you wanna?" No, just keep walking, bro. Like, don't even stop pace. I think I speed up sometimes. Shoot, you know. So I just like, I just don't give it to him. Okay, it's like, man, I can't donate nothing right now, and why? Because I'm trying to survive, bro, in this climate, man. What am I gonna donate? Okay, it ain't got a lot of shoes. But that's not what we're gonna talk about. Okay, so yeah, Erica, I think it's your first time. You know, what do you mean? I know it's your first time. It's your first time being around the block. We have this little segment called Spill the Sauce. So it's pretty much like just segment of like unpopular opinions, things that you just think that you know you think you're right and everybody else is wrong, or you know something along those lines. Okay, so so you know we tend to rotate on this stuff, but I'm gonna start us off with this week's Spill the Sauce, and it's kind of I'm sorry. Okay. I'm trying to control myself. I'm like a little schoolgirl getting all giddy and whatnot. But you know, I'm gonna start it off and state that I honestly think that if you listen to like if you listen to rap music and whatnot, so you probably like would disagree against me, but I think that Lil Uzi Vert had a amazing album, and it's like one of the best albums of the year. His last album, The Pink Tape. Now, hear me out, okay? Before I start, I think that's the most diverse album that's out there. Also, shout outs to him for becoming the first like hip hop artist to hit #1 in the billboards. But I think that if Travis Scott would have dropped Utopia at the same time, of course, he would have hit that milestone first, you know, which is kind of crazy because hip hop is in its 50th year. Like, we're supposed to have this big 50-year celebration, and honestly, it's kind of been whack. like it's kind of been lame. With everything that's going on, like, and plenty of artists have dropped albums and stuff like that this year, you know, but for 50 years of hip hop, it's been pretty lame, okay? For a nigga named Lil Uzi Vert that had a goddamn Infinity Stone stuck in his head like before, to hit number one, that's kind of crazy. But I will say that I really enjoyed that album a lot. And also the rock references and everything had me like going, like it had me wanting more. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had more like crossing of genres and stuff. Like Kevin Gates
Like what
was in
Beyonce did with Lemonade.
Kevin Gates was fucking in a country song, and I hate country. Okay, so if Kevin Gates could do it, I want to see some cool shit. Like I want to see like some fucking honky tonk trap, like some shit like that. You know,
Post Malone was just in a country song before he put out his new album.
Yeah, but Post Malone was supposed to be like, Post Malone is an anomaly because that nigga was originally he was supposed to be like lead singer of like Breaking Benjamin, Asking Alexandria or some shit like that.
I could see it from his tattoos.
Yeah, so he was supposed to, he auditioned for it and didn't do it, and then they go into rap because you can make easy money with rap. Shit, bro.
And then he slowly turned like from rap to mostly like singing.
Yeah, like it's crazy. And now the niggas were Raising Cane's.
Yeah, like I literally went to Cane's after work and it's just like I keep seeing that goddamn poster for his cups.
Yeah, so yeah, like I really do like. I guess like the general of this like spill the sauce is that honestly I really want more expressive like genres in rap. Like I want to see more other genres in rap. You know what I'm saying? Especially rock. Like I want to see fucking Linkin Park and Kendrick Lamar. Okay, like I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to see Tool and Frank Ocean. Okay, maybe not that, but like I want to see. Yeah, I want to see like cool shit like that.
X and some 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking J. Cole and Black Veil Brides, even though I don't think that will work in a million years. So like, I don't know. I mean, I guess some people might disagree with me, but rap is a very like experimental genre. Like it is on the basis of like sampling and stuff like that. Like some of the greatest songs are sampled from like, just like other popular songs, whether it been from like jazz or like Latin heritage and stuff. Like A Milli by Lil Wayne, amazing song by the way, like literally had, I think that was like 2008. He had 2008 in a chokehold. Okay, that was a sample. Like it was literally sampled for like, I want to say it was like a second sample of dude saying A Milli, but crazy shit, like, but I want to see more of those influence. I don't, how do y'all feel about that? Am I delusional?
No, I would agree with you. Like generally it's just like, I feel like the only thing you lose in experimenting is what didn't work. And as long as you take what didn't work and it's just like, okay, let's try this next, like I learned from the last thing, then yeah, experiment. Fucking like at least make it look like you're still enjoying what you're doing.
Okay, what about you, Erica? Like, would you like to hear City Girls and Paramore?
I would like to hear a little bit of that, or even like Rico Nasty and Paramore. I feel like that would work.
That would go crazy. Oh my god! I'm like, I almost started salivating at that idea. Hold up, wait a minute. I almost got caught.
But I feel like a lot of artists are like too scared to like go outside their comfort zone, like their box. Mm-hmm. Like not too many people are gonna do it because it's like it may be a little controversial. Like like when we have like like music award shows, like what category are they going to go into? Are they going to go into country? Are they going to go into rock? Are they going to go into both?
Right.
Like,
right. So let me ask
y'all, you're on the fence.
Right. So let me ask y'all a question. Okay. Do y'all think that Lil Uzi Vert has done a great job of like influencing rock into rap, or do you think that Wayne did it better? Because remember, Wayne did it with Rebirth. So like, but Lil Uzi Vert, like that Pink Tape, that Baby Metal had me kind of going crazy at the end. I was
like, I remember Baby Metal did something with a rapper recently. I couldn't remember who it was until
Lil Wayne dropped Rebirth. Like, that's a that's a classic.
Like, let's get
Is
some
it
like
his
Nicki
best project?
Minaj.
Not by a long mile. Okay, like that's not a. that's not a Lil Wayne listening project.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those I'll put on like to feel good, to feel nice, to check out his
Yeah.
catalog. But do you think Wayne did it better or Uzi?
I would
I think
say,
there's different levels.
yeah,
Is it a
it's
different
like
level?
a variety.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd say Uzi, just because like I like the vibe of it more. Because like
Mhm.
something with Wayne, like I could never really get too into with his vibe, just because like he was intentionally very much like a hood gang nigga. And
He
it's just
was.
like,
He was
cool for
he was a hood
you.
nigga with a skateboard.
Exactly. It's just like, cool for you. I'm really with that. I'm not hood.
Yeah, Lil Uzi was just like screaming like and shit. Like I remember when I listened to Spin Again for the first time and shit, and he just came out of the song. He's like, "What?" And, like just going crazy. I was like, "Bro, where's your esophagus? You about to puke that bitch up?" Like, but yeah, like listen to. I was like, "Oh man, this shit is fire." But also too, like, I'm a big Playboy Cardi fan. Like, Playboy Cardi is a terrible artist. Like, he's not somebody that I'll look to be like, oh man, the lyricism is crazy. Like, I'm about to be ascending. Like Playboy Cardi literally mutters words. Like, if y'all haven't listened to Drake's Pain 1993 with Playboy Cardi, he was like, Rex up in my chin, call it Rex. Diamonds all in my teeth, I can't let it did it. Like, there's like a specific language for Playboy Cardi is Cardi knees. Like you just
I don't like that.
you just fucking you got to figure it out. Like it's gonna take you a while, but you'll get it. But like that album has had a lot of like Playboy Cardi influences and stuff, but it very much was like it had a heavy like rock essence to it, and I fucking love it. I want more of that. You know what I'm saying? I want fucking Doja Cat and Paramore. I just want any like female artist in Paramore. I think that'd be great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that'd be
Black people
that'd-
love Paramore.
Yeah, like
They really do.
Insane
you put
Cloud
up-
Posse and Dreamville.
Like you just go in the hood and start playing "That's What You Get" by Paramore. A bunch of niggas gonna come outside and start jamming to that.
Yeah,
Our
shit.
misery business.
Fucking
It's a
yeah,
certified hood
Evanescence. Shit, like go to the hood and play some Evanescence. You know what I'm saying? Every hood nigga with fucking wife beaters on and gray sweats. Are you like, wake me up? Bill, 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 Bill.
Exactly. There's like so many fucking songs that are like rock and pop punk are like sleeper hood classics, and no one realizes it until they say it.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
You go to school functions and shit. You see 5 gang niggas and shit. The niggas sleeping in class and shit. Talking about. I'm just like, when y'all niggas start?
It's like 5 of like those niggas that look like they skip class and go play dice with actual money, like outside the school, and you just hear what they're listening to one. You hear what they listening to one time, and it's like fucking All American Rejects. It's like, whoa, I did not expect that.
Yeah, no, for real. Shit, you ever seen a gang of niggas singing 1,000 Miles and shit? Like,
Yes.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, well, tell me what you guys think. And if I haven't listened to Lil Uzi Vert's new album, I highly recommend it. I think it's a great album, like I said. But also, like, if you just want something different, like, check it out and whatnot. I think it's very, like, experimental and whatnot. And then let me know how you feel. Let me know if you liked the album, if you didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Should Uzi put the Infinity song back in his head? Like, just let me know and shit. Well, now let's get to like know Erica a little bit more, cause we gotta get her acclimated to the show, cause next week we gonna get into like the nitty gritty. You already know, we have a lot to talk about and shit. With a lot that's going on. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Give me a quick answer how you feel about it. You just do your thing. We not trying to probe you or anything like that.
Right.
Chill out. Don't look at her like that. But we just want to see what it's gonna look like. Okay, so first question, very very important question and whatnot. You better get this right. Do you eat coleslaw?
Who's coleslaw?
Wait,
Wait,
Who's coleslaw?
Let her
Who
cook.
made
no,
it?
no,
Wait,
no, no,
let her
no.
cook.
No, no,
Who
no,
made
no.
it?
Do you eat coleslaw? It's a very, it's, it's a very
No.
yes or no question.
No, I don't.
Okay, why do you ask who's coleslaw?
Because my
Sometimes.
mind instantly went to the nasty ass coleslaw that Raising
All of
Cane's
them
tries
is
to pass off
nasty.
as coleslaw.
That's
Yeah.
where. That's really where that spawned from, though. That question.
Yeah, instantly, who made it? Because just like, okay,
I would do that for potato
let's say
salad.
we have a cookout. Not everyone can make the macaroni. Only
That's
a certain
facts.
person can do that.
That's
I
fact.
had
Certain
some,
person can make the
I
fried
went to a
chicken.
cookout. Macaroni was ass. That's facts.
Okay, like
Like,
not everyone can make everything. So I'm gonna, double check if I'm coming to cookout. Who's making the ribs? Who's making the
Yeah,
cabbage?
I can make,
This
I
matters.
can make
Who's
some
cooking?
ribs.
Yeah, you,
I can make
you
some
spit
ribs.
facts.
So
You know.
okay. Shoot, I just had to make sure. I don't allow
No.
coleslaw eaters on this show and whatnot. Like,
No, honestly, I really don't like mayonnaise because mayonnaise is in it, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Some
I
nigga
really
really
don't like
woke up
mayonnaise.
one day and was like, "Man, it'd be great together, cabbage and mayonnaise." Nigga just doused, put fucking mayonnaise
He
on a
had
head of
nothing to
cabbage,
do.
started going crazy, bro. He thought
He had nothing to
that
do.
shit tastes like the greatest pussy in the world.
He said this shit's gas.
That nigga was in there.
This
That
shit is
nigga was
gas.
a whole lot of munch energy. Okay. So, all right, no, but in serious notes, all right, we're gonna do a rapid fire. So, Lizzo's situation, how you feel about that? If you don't know,
Ugh.
if you don't know about
She's
that,
trash.
Lizzo's being sued, for a bunch of shit, including like sexual harassment.
Can I say
just
one?
yeah,
Can I say
just
the outrageous one.
yeah. Go ahead, say the
Yeah.
outrageous one, cause this
She
nigga
was
giggling.
making her fucking staff eat bananas out of pussies.
Yeah, like yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Literally, like she would have a performer put a banana into their vagina and like allegedly,
Allegedly,
Oh.
yeah. That's trying to get canceled.
Exactly. Allegedly, she made her staff eat the banana while it was still in the pussy.
Who's
I'm
pussy?
just like, yo,
Why are you worried about who?
it was somewhere
Sorry.
not in the States.
I'm a detail person.
It was somewhere not in the States, so it was probably legal and it was probably clean. But
Sounds like
still.
Vegas.
Yeah, it does sound like
Sounds
some
like
Vegas
Vegas.
shit.
A lot
It
of
does.
things can
Vegas.
happen there.
Yeah, it does sound like Vegas shit. Vegas reeks of like depression and
Like,
and
God,
fucking
like-
Prostitution.
I heard that
Prostitution.
shit.
age
Like, apparently-
sex.
Like it's wild because apparently like that lawsuit is apparently like longer than the one against Trump's most recent allegations.
Really?
Oh,
Yes,
that's crazy.
That's apparently how long the document was. Like only by like a page or so, but like, damn, Lizzo, what the fuck?
Yeah, she tried to put out a statement like, "Oh, this isn't true," allegedly. Like,
Yeah.
girl,
On
we
a
know it's time to
related note-
cancel.
on a
She
related
said we know it's time to cancel. So like if she was innocent, would you like you think the damage is done or like because Lizzo, let's be honest, Lizzo get a lot of shit because of like her weight and whatnot. Like she gets dragged on a daily basis. But like these allegations are like nothing to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
really tripped me out is like the one where she was discussing like what it is was discussing that like she had put on a little bit of weight and like Lizzo was practically like, oh, that can hinder like your performance and shit, so you need to
Yeah.
loosen up.
Mhm.
Yeah, like she says some shit that's
You a
like
big bitch playing the
apparently-
flute.
Yeah, like she said something that was, like essentially was like code in that industry, in that part of the industry was just like, bitch, you need to lose some weight. It's just like,
Yeah, like
oh,
that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's practically the pot calling the kettle black.
yeah.
Like
Let me ask a related question since
Okay.
we're on this topic. How do y'all feel about Doja Cat and how she treats her fans?
I never liked her. Like,
ooh, that's tough. That's
no,
tough.
and I'm not trying to be biased, but like, have y'all seen the old like tweets and videos of like her? I don't even want to
Doja
say
Cat.
being
Doja
racist,
Cat gives
but,
me
like,
very much like Uncle Ruckus vibes. Like
Yeah.
Thank
like-
you. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
like, she
very,
very much,
Oreo
like-
vibes.
you know, so like and before Doja Cat, watch just fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Before you even like start dragging me or anything like that. But you know, because I know like niggas be ready to clap back so quick. So let me just get my first hit in. I'm gonna just vanish into the dark. I'll be back next week, but you know, yeah, like you know, at first I was a fan of Doja Cat when she first like came out, because I've known about Doja Cat like way before like her like explosion to popularity with, you know, that with the Moo song and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Zamara just used to talk. She used to plug her shit a lot before she blew up.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. And that's
chick.
yeah, that was one of the people that actually like got me into Doja Cat. So I was like, she's like a great artist, but like she's a meme artist, and I like meme artists. Like niggas have like it's really funny like listening to these like artists just make songs for jokes and shit. But like as time went on and stuff, I don't know if it's because she shaved the head and the eyebrows or something, you know, but like it just was very much given like just kind of you being like uncomfortable weird now, you know. You being fucking
like you being extra and very mean spirited. It's just like
right
what
now.
No reason.
Right now, as far as like her like fans and whatnot, like the whole fan situation, like where they were like, oh, why you motherfuckers like, oh, we ain't kidding. She's like, I don't want you motherfuckers call yourselves that. You know, I honestly think like that from her standpoint, like that's a pretty valid point. Like, you know, what I've never been a fan of like fan bases like pretty much giving themselves a name like BTS Army or the Bayhive and shit like that. Like, you know, it's just kind of weird. It gives off very much cult like tendencies, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if I had like, you know, become super big, super famous and shit, and everybody was going around calling, like my fan base was calling each other the fucking the Krugers and shit. Like, bro, Freddy Krueger's a serial killer. Like, you know, I'd be very weirded out by that, you know? So it just kind of like, I can understand it from an aspect. Like, if you look at it like this shit seemed like a cult, and plus, why would you call yourself a kitten?
Yeah, like that. If I remember correctly, that wasn't a thing she started. They started that.
Yeah, they started it. She didn't call her fan base like you know,
anything.
Right? She didn't call them anything. You know, it's the same thing with like Beyonce and like Taylor Swift. Like most of these massive fan bases they like the artists don't call them that. They just coined the term. Like somebody woke up and was like, "Oh shit, you know, I'm gonna be a Swiftie," and then fucking 75 other fucking blonde hair, blue eyed white women and stuff was like, "Oh, that sounds great. Let's call ourselves Swifties." Oh my god, like you know,
the obligatory hood nigga that likes to hide it.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I'll be honest. Like, okay, so like anybody that listen to like Playboy Cardi or Travis Scott, like they call themselves Ragers, but I don't think hood niggas like that listen to Travis Scott or like Playboy Cardi, they call themselves a Rager. And when I think that like I don't think that's our community calling ourselves these things. You know what I'm saying? Even a Bayhive, that's even a stretch. I don't think like a black girl was like, "Oh shit, I want to be a," you know, who sound great, a Bumblebee and Beyonce. Like, shit, the marketing incredible. You know?
Yeah, like that's that shit that starts from the stand and then spreads to others.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but I mean, Doja Cat is she's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like she does weird. She does weird shit. She's like the Black Britney Spears.
Like that's a stretch.
Respect
reaching.
Respect Britney more than that. Britney is not.
She's just a weirdo, and I don't know. Like now, when I hear anything about Doja,
I'm gonna give
like
it 2
it's
years.
just weirdo behavior, or just like the thing with her fans, like and then even before that, like I kind of liked her in the beginning. I'll rephrase my statement. But then, like, when I saw, like, old tweets and videos of her, like, ripping on Black people, even though, like, I think she's mixed with Black, like, very much negative, and there's nothing positive about it. Like, I didn't like that. Like, I felt like before she got famous, she didn't identify as much, like, maybe, like, with her, like, Black side, and didn't, like, you know, she spoke negatively on the Black race.
Right.
And then it's like she used that to, like, be famous, and
Yeah.
she capitalized off
Which
of it.
happens
She's not
very
like
often
that.
in like the music industry
Yeah.
and hip hop and shit like that. Like think of like, and I don't want to sound like I'm just harping on like white people, but just think about like how many, like, prime example, Miley Cyrus and shit. It's a party in the USA, and then fucking like 5-6 years later and shit, she made that song with Juicy J, blew
Hurricane.
up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then her music gradually like pulled away from like the hip hop scene. Like once she actually like made that quick buck
Yeah.
and like had
She
that
rebranded herself.
visual standing like in the eyes of like the community. So it's just
Yeah,
kind
like
of
she mellowed back out hard.
yeah, no. Same thing with Post Malone. Like Post Malone dropped White Iverson. I swear to God, I thought a nigga made that song and whatnot because it was too smooth. But like that was like like
7 years
finding
ago.
out about Bobby Caldwell for the first time. Like it was like this can't be a white man. No.
Or even
Yeah, like-
MGK.
And then you listen to like
Mhm.
some of his more recent shit. Like my favorite song from his new album is called Morning, like MOURNING.
Oh, like being sad boy hours.
It's like literally like the chorus is "Don't want to sober up, sun's killing my vibe. That's why they call it morning." No, like I really do love that song. Like I think it's a very good song.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out for you.
It's
I'll
one
check
of
it
those
out for you.
songs like with him talking about his alcoholism and trying to get over it.
Yeah. Nah, I understand, man. So yeah, okay. And there's another okay. So Erica, what is one thing that you feel like should be talked about like across the board, like something like whether it be an idea or like a thought, what is something that you think should be discussed among people a lot more? Could be anything.
Any age group or
Anything.
any that? Okay. That's hard.
That's-
'Cause I have a couple ideas.
Okay, throw them out there.
Okay. I feel like people should be more honest. Like, let's talk about how people aren't really like as honest as they may paint themselves to be. Like, it's a lot
yeah.
of catfishing and
Oh yeah, catfish. Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of like I don't know, let's say like women like caking on their face, and then she really doesn't look like that. Like you wake up next to her and that's like a totally different person.
Yeah, she's like started out at 10 but went to a 2. You know?
Yeah, like people just aren't authentic. Like you need to be like true to yourself and like don't change just because oh like this is what society thinks is hot. This is what society thinks is like in. Like you should like be the same in any and every room. Like the only time I change up if it's like it's in a professional setting. Like I transition from maybe like work or like school and then like friends and family. It's like a switch goes off like a filter, but I'm
Yeah.
still being myself, if that makes sense.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think part of it, like, is because social media has driven us to kind of put on, like, this persona. You know what I'm saying? We always want
Mhm.
everybody on our social media to look at the best version of ourselves. So
Yeah,
whether
which
that
is like
be,
cap. Like
yeah, like
why cap?
I
You
can't
know?
look like I'm in the Bahamas every fucking day. Okay? I'm
Yeah,
not built like that.
If life is lifing, like it's normal for life to be lifing. Like
Yeah.
even like now, like we're all in our 20s. Like your 20s aren't supposed to be glamorous and perfect. If they are, you're a lucky motherfucker.
Yeah,
Because
you are a lucky
most people
motherfucker.
really, yeah, you go through a lot of shit in your 20s. Like you're growing, learning who you are as a person, and a lot of changes. And new chapters may be starting, but it's not all polished and clean. Like it's going to be some rough patches, and it's going to be sometimes like things aren't always going to be the best. But like I feel like that's one thing I really hate about social media. Like people always like put up a front. Like let's say if maybe there's like a girl and her man maybe like doesn't treat her right, and like he cheats on her, he's a serial cheater, and
Mhm.
she may post it to the world like, oh look what he got me, like this and that. But then how is he really treating her? Like she's putting up a front. which I did see a story a couple weeks ago, made me really sad. Do you guys hear about the African? I think he was Nigerian. He's a TikTok influencer. That and like he did like crypto. So he
Oh
like
yeah, you
made
crypto
his
bro.
money
Can't
off
fuck
of
with
that.
those. Yeah, can't fuck with them.
Yeah,
Nah.
he was like doing that and like other stuff. Like he's like an entrepreneur. So he's dating this other like Nigerian girl, and they were like well known on social media. Like always, like if you went on like I don't know, like search up couples, like they would pop up. And so she would always post like the trips that they would go on, and like
Mm-hmm.
him like buying her gifts, like buying her roses, like them going out to dinner and like all the nice stuff. And like it looks like, oh my God, like he's a perfect boyfriend. But then turns out like it really wasn't that perfect. Like behind closed doors, like they would be fighting a lot. And then I guess it got to the point like the fight was like so bad he ended up actually murdering her.
Oh, that's
And then
crazy.
yeah, and then
It's
he
fucking
turned
wild.
himself in, and it's wild because he posted like he told on himself on Instagram, and he posted like in detail like of everything that pretty much happened, and then even like text messages like to her mom like apologizing. He's like, "Oh my God, like I deserve to die. Like I didn't mean to do that. Like I just threw my whole life away, you know, blah blah blah." But long story short, very sad because she ended up losing her life. But it's like you never know what people are going through. A and B, like she put on this front of like a glamorized life that really wasn't glamorous and ended up costing her her life.
Yeah, and that's super important. Like I do think that when it
Mhm.
comes to like situations like that, sometimes there's like things that you can and can't control, and whatnot. A lot of especially in like domestic abuse cases and stuff. Like
Mhm.
those cases are super difficult. I have a friend. She actually works for like a nonprofit, and we was having conversations about this like if last week or so. We are having conversations about like like women, young women too. Like these women, they use having kids anywhere between 15 to like 20 and stuff, and like they're with their partner like being abused, assaulted and stuff. And these
Mhm.
women go back to these men and you know have them on like posting them on Facebook or on the gram and shit like that. Like, oh, that's hubby, and yada yada. And all the while like they're being abused, neglected, and stuff like that. And sometimes these situations are like super hard to like navigate because you know
There's kids involved.
there's kids involved and stuff, but also like think about the manipulation aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
won't
think
do it again.
yeah, like that's a big thing. Like
Yeah.
imagine, like you was with your partner and your partner like punches you in your eye like twice a week and shit. Like there's gonna come a point where you just like expect it. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna get tired of it. And like that's when you snap.
Mhm.
And now, what I'm saying, you have like these women like killing their boyfriends and shit on like Facebook Live, like ruining their lives and like literally because of shit like that. So it's super important that like first of all, if you having like any of these situations or you going through any of these things, like definitely there are resources out there that you should definitely reach out to ASAP to ensure like your health and your safety, because at the end of the day that's what's more important. Remember, you got with this person and stuff, and they were a complete stranger, like what I'm saying, not even related to you at all, and you decide to be with this person, and at the same time like they're fucking up your life. So it's super important that you are taking like the necessary steps to get yourself in a better condition, get the help that you need, fix your situation, stuff like that. Because I'll be honest, the system is really fucked. It is really fucked.
Mhm.
So like when you dealing with all of this and you have like children, like it's almost a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I definitely like wholeheartedly agree that we should definitely like talk, like have that conversation about honesty and stuff like that, and just like image in general, because
Mhm.
like I said, like very much you could see me right now, I could be perfectly fine, but the second like I turn on that screen, like everything could go south. So
Mhm.
that's crazy. That's crazy. I appreciate that. So
Thanks.
So yeah, and
Ooh,
then
can I add one more?
yeah, one more before we wrap this thing up. One more. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. I think also like we're just now starting to focus on mental health,
Mm-hmm.
especially like for the Black community. But I feel like it shouldn't just be a thing like, oh, it's like a now thing. Like we need to focus on it now and then like forget about it later. Like I feel like we should continue to focus on it. Like not just so much like being minorities, but just like as a whole. Like I feel like some people at times like abuse it. And that's why like some people are like, oh, like when they say, oh, it's like mental health, it's like it's kind of hard to believe because it's not something that you can like physically see. It's just in like let's say if like I know I'm depressed, like it's something like I know like for myself that you can't maybe like see it, like you're not in my brain, but I feel like it's unfortunate that some people like lie and like they act like, oh yeah, like I have this, and like they abuse that, and so like mental health isn't taken as serious because like, well, is it legit or like are you lying? Like, what is it? But I
Yeah.
am happy that, we're starting to see like more like people taking it serious because mental health is real.
No, for sure. It's 100% real. I do say that like weaponizing it for like
Mm-hmm.
self gain, like that shit is despicable because you pretty much are like undermining like the efforts of people that actually has
Yeah,
mental health. Like,
like you're undermining real
Right.
problems.
yeah, real problems, you know what I'm
Resources are
saying?
being wasted.
Yeah, like, prime example that chick that said she got kidnapped and shit like that
Oh
for
my
them
Bro,
two
that
days
gosh.
and
shit was
came
She made
like
us look bad.
yeah, she made us. She made so many people look bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? She pretty much like just pulled the rug from under like women that go missing, like that actually go.
yeah.
And then a black woman at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They
Like
already don't really
if
take
it
it
was
as
a little
serious.
white girl named fucking Sarah, best believe fucking the country is gonna um goddamn suit the fuck up like they're the
Yeah.
Justice League to find this 21-year-old goddamn University of Stanford honors kid, you know what I'm saying? But if it's like, a black woman, you know what I'm saying, that goes to HBCU,
They
Mm-hmm.
usually don't bat an eye.
no, they don't. The
And then, like, on top of that, like, she did all that shit, and, like, her boyfriend was, like, a good partner and believed her. And then she was just like, oh no, you just completely lied to me and deceived me and did some weird, crazy shit. Fuck this.
yeah, no,
She got
yeah.
arrested.
Yeah, she got arrested,
She got
and she
They
arrested
got
for
arrested
arrested in
some
her.
shit like
Alabama.
that.
Alabama is going
Mhm.
they gonna fucking make an example out of her. You know what I'm saying? You of
Yeah.
all states, you did that in Alabama. You could have
Really,
did that
though.
in somewhere else, like
That is a bad
fucking
decision.
I don't know, New Mexico or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Alabama, really? Shoot,
Mm-hmm.
they gonna make an example of it. But
They're
like,
making an example out of
yeah,
her.
I do also want to throw in that when it comes to like mental health, it does it boils down to us to like take care of it, but like we need to prep ourselves to have these conversations for our future generations because like think about like just our upbringings, man. Like, man, I'll be honest. Like, if I told my mama I was depressed, she'd be like, "You better depress your ass to them dishes." Like, first of all, that
Yeah.
sentence don't even make sense. But secondly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you practically pushing like away like my emotions and stuff, and that happens a lot in like the black community.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not
It's
like,
not taken serious.
yeah, obviously, like, don't coddle a fucking kid, but you definitely need to
Like, there's a
listen
difference
to
between
them.
coddling and just genuinely caring and trying to support them.
Right. And nowadays, like, most kids are practically taking care of themselves and shit. Like, parents just lock
Mm-hmm.
them in a room and with a tablet and be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you when it's lunchtime and I'll see you when it's dinner
Exactly.
time.
Like, it's like sometimes, like, literally, like, a lot of times these days, you just see shit where it's just like, you can just look at, like, a family setup just briefly and be like, they're gonna put you in a home and not care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
Yeah.
gonna
So,
deserve it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm glad that we had this conversation about mental health. Sorry. We had this conversation about mental health, especially like in relation to like the show itself, because I think that was a very important piece. And I'm glad we can have these conversations about this stuff and actually like, you know, I extend resources and maybe get people on the right track, because you just don't know what a person is going through. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people that look like they had the most like lavish lifestyle and were doing the greatest things, and them people like were like living in like despair. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because like I would never expect that from those people, but depression
You
can't
never
be
know.
easily seen. You just never know. So
Mhm.
yeah. But with that being said, I think it's about time for us to wrap it up. First of all, I want to just give a big round of applause to Erica. She's big here, you know what I'm saying? Big cheese, baby. Welcome to the squad. Yes, sir.
I
Yeah,
like how
you
we
Happy
see
to
all
be a
it.
part of
literally
the
did
team.
this at the same damn time.
Yeah. So it's great to have you on board and stuff. So can't
It's great
wait
to be
to
here. Thanks.
see what the huge future has in store. We're gonna be back next week. Okay, so next week, same time, 8 o'clock Saturday and whatnot. We're gonna just do the thing. We're actually gonna have some things to talk about. This one is just gonna be like a little bit relaxed and stuff before we get it back into the norm.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so very much for coming through. I appreciate you guys for taking the time and coming and enjoy the show and stuff. But like I said, we'll be back next week, and I have to make sure I have room for my chair spin. Okay, I've been waiting for this for so long. Okay, so as always, boys and girls, dogs and cats, grandmas and grandpas, widows and divorcees. Keep it saucy.
All that.
Yes, sir. Keep it saucy, baby. We'll be back next week. And y'all better come back too, because
We have your tax information.
Yeah, I have your tax information, okay?
I know your IRS agents.
Shoot. I could be dating one. I'm kidding.
Oh.
A lot.
Deja.
All right. Good night, y'all.